Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Marvel Legends Skrull Infiltrator. Shout out to JodoCast. I appreciate you. You let me review your Skrulls. You had yours early, and you let me review them because you knew that Skrulls held a special place in my heart. If you don't know, and you're just watching this video, Skrulls were the first army builders I ever had. And years ago, I sold mine when I moved, which ironically is crazy because I'm moving again like 9 years later, and I'm reviewing Skrulls again, which is pretty it's a weird poetic twist for me, but it's really cool to be able to review these 6-inch Skrulls because I've waited a long time to army build these, and it makes me super excited to have these. And Jodo, I'm gonna send you yours back, obviously, but it's crazy because I was looking forward to this and I wanted this for a long time because hopefully this will lead to us, you know, getting some more Secret Invasion stuff, or even just getting a new Yellow Jacket, getting Kree people so we can do the Kree Skull War. It's a lot of stuff, but it's just really cool to have these. So let's jump into it. We're going to move you back there because Jodo let me borrow his too. I just wanted to show both sculpts at the same time originally. But yeah, let's talk about it. This new sculpt on this is really, really nice. I'll get into the secondary sculpt in a second. But yeah, this new sculpt is really dope. And I'm going to test a bunch of Marvel Legends pegs. And hopefully a few Mafex and other stuff so we can see what's going on. And as you can see, we have that old, I'm not sure if it's the Professor X body or the old pizza Spider-Man body, but man, I really like that the movement we get in this. Look at the butterfly joint in this. We can extend all the way back, so you could truly flex. All right, we can go forward. We can hit a T-pose with no problem. We actually get a little bit higher as well too. Look at that, getting the Y pose going on. You can go backwards and forwards. We can go left and right. We have a lot of movement. Oh, that's a truck shaking. That's what that is. Sorry, I'm like, what was that sound? As far as our ab crunch, you'll have the deep ab crunch, which it goes a little bit further, but it's not as deep as what we're getting with newer Legends. But it's still good enough because when you move the legs up, it crunches in really well. As you can see here, we have that nice bend. We have thigh swivel. We have boot swivel. And we have super, super generous ankle pivot. So literally you can get it in without getting it in. We also have bicep swivel and double joints here. And these guys are really simple, really cool figures. Oh, that is the truck shaking. Sorry if that annoys you guys, but yeah. So with that being said though, you can pose these guys up pretty easily. Like you're going to get a lot of cool poses. Like as you can see with your Infiltrator, you'll be able to do the crouching pose, battle poses, as you can see here. Right? You'll be able to rider kick. For those of you that watch Kamen Rider or Super Sentai, you'll be able to get your kicks on, right? Then you have lots of other crazy things that you can do. But the coolest part is that you have now an articulated Skrull figure, which hopefully we'll get some Kree out of this too, because I would not mind some Kree people, both the pink skinned and the blue skinned. I would really, really love that. But this is just really cool to have. And then on our secondary sculpt, we have the grit teeth sculpt, also looking really, really nice and simple, really good. They don't come with any extra hands. They come in the $15 box for the packaging. So Jodo sent me the box so I could show you guys the box. I'm not really a box guy, but I figured I'd show it off because Jodo sent it. As you can see here, you got your Infiltrator pack. So if you have, I think a Wizard comes with good enough hands to swap in with them if you don't want to paint them out. So you'll have that. But as far as weapons, they actually come with 2 weapons. So you'll get the big old school Skrull gun from the Kree Skull War that they carry, that you'll see a bunch of time. Also, they made it so that you have the peg holes to plug in those new effect parts. I think I have one lying around somewhere. I'll find it. Oh, wait, I found one of them. So let's use this one. So you can see that you can plug this in. See? You can actually have a nice little blast effect there. Looking really cool. And it's cool to have these Skrulls again. Not actually mine, but it's just cool to have again. You actually have it for bigger effects as well. So technically, and I'm gonna test it out later. If you have any Transformers, I think certain Transformer ones will work in here, which is pretty cool. So you can actually pop in these blasters. Since they do come with trigger hands, and trigger hands that actually work too. So this is really dope. Not one of those what were people complaining about? Oh, the Lightning Collection trigger hands don't actually work. That's what it was. That's like an ongoing joke I see constantly on Twitter right now. But yeah, I don't know. Like I thoroughly get it to work. Like right here, it's a little mushy, but boom, open it up. There you go. So can he carry the weight of his weapon? That's the question. So let's test it out right now. It looks like it works out just fine for me. Carrying the weight of his weapons with no problem. My man is flexing. He is ready for war. Literally a Kree Skrull war. So as you can see, these guys are set pretty easy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back him up. And we're going to test out some Marvel Legends bodies so you can see what's going on. So here we are with Modular Iron Man. Let's back up. Get a little higher, right? So let's pop this head off. And as you can see, the Skrull head will look pretty nice. It's a little smaller, but it works, right? So you have that. So that's one down, many more to go. Oh, let's try an MCU body. I just have literally a stack of bodies on the side we're going to try. So we're going to try right now the what's the name? The MCU Bucky body, which I'm having a tough time getting this head sculpt off on. So I may have to revisit him. So yeah, I am having a tough time getting that sculpt off. I don't know why. So let's try Killmonger, right? Killmonger body. Yep, squeezes right in. So now I can recreate the Black Panther World of Wakanda one. The Skrull Infiltrator one. I love that mini. Hefe Paulo did such an amazing job on that 3-issue mini, boy. Like, till this day, that's still one of my favorite tie-in books ever. I can't remember who wrote it. I don't know if it was Jason Aaron. I think it was, no, I can't remember who it is. But I know Hefe Paulo's art was outrageously good. But, oh man, if you haven't read Secret Invasion, it is one of those books I can always recommend. Oh, wow, this actually looks really good on Wolverine. Skrullverine. So yeah, Skrullverine, looking really good. And I can go on testing bodies. For instance, like this, it will not work on the Sabretooth bigger body, right? Because it just looks very tiny. That's one. But you can use Clert's Super Skrull body. Like he will look like a head of body here. Like that's just not working. But one of the best ones I enjoy is popping it on the Captain Marvel body, right? Because with the Captain Marvel body, there was actually a Secret Invasion tie-in, and this would look utterly fantastic if you wanted to recreate a cover. Let's test out the Captain America, because I think you kind of got the gist of it by this point, right? Ooh, that actually looks good too here. So yeah, you actually have your infiltrators and looking real good. So now we're going to take a quick second. I'm going to pop a bunch of these heads back on. We're going to jump into size comparison. And I'll choose Clerk the Super Skrull in the meantime so you can see what's going on. So you can see the differences in the bodies. I also want to pop on this retro Spider-Man, this Ben Reilly. The peg is slightly different, so you have to be a little careful. But as you can see here, it actually looks good on the retro body as well. So yeah. Now we're going to jump into those size comparisons so you can see what's really going on with these infiltrators. And I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, guys. Now we're going to jump into size comparison. It felt a little odd not having the little Ichigos there. So I've popped them in now. You see the other Skrulls hanging out with them. One thing I want to test out real fast, though, is we are going to take a quick look at what the Skrull's head will look like on some other stuff. So I'm popping heads off right now. And we have like Firefly. We'll have an Articulated Icon Zinja. And we'll do a Mezco as well, too. So, yeah. Let's test that out. And then we'll jump into the size comparison so you don't have to beat me up, right? So here's what it's going to look like on a Firefly, right? It doesn't even sit well because the ball joint is different. So as you can see here, it'll sit like on there, but it's going to need some sticky tack, right? So let's just remove this guy with a Mezco. So we'll have Mezco me. And let's see what that looks like. Right? Sits a little low, but it actually doesn't look terrible. So it works on that ball joint. Right? Next up, we will do Articulated Icons Ninja. As you can see there, this won't work between that peg. If you set it up with some sticky tack, it may work out, but maybe a little too big as well. Right? I think, oh, Action Force. So let me use Kedak. Kedak. Either way, it works out. Let's pop this off. Let's get it going. Sits pretty okay, but it's loose, so it doesn't fit exactly on the joint. So you might have to push that down a little bit, but yeah, you have that. But yeah, overall, the Skrull Infiltrators are nice. Definitely gonna army build it. They hold a special place in my heart, and there's no lie about that. But it may not be for everyone. But if you like Skrulls or you're old school, this may be right up your alley of jumping into these. Hopefully, you got some on Pulse, and hopefully, Pulse will restock them like they did all the other stuff that they restocked. That would be dope, because I know a lot of people did actually miss out. If it wasn't for my boy Nick, I would actually be like in trouble as well, you know? So yeah, hopefully we'll be all right. Now, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna compare to the MCU Skrull, right? As you can see, different designs, but technically because Skrulls can shapeshift, either one of these can be used. I don't think that, you know, you can count it against them, because either one can be used. Then we have MCU Kree. I can use this as well too, because they've technically using some of these designs recently in the comics. So you have that, right? So yeah, you have your Infiltrator, you can have your Diplomat Skrull, you can have your Kree, so you have that. Next up, we're going to use, here is Clerk, the Super Skrull. Very important, because if you went through the ritual technique of Secret Invasion and they mix science and magic, anyone can become a Super Skrull by taking on the memories and powers of whoever it is. So these guys actually look great together, because you can have your Bruiser that'll look like Clerk, obviously, and use powers of other people. So that means if you have a ton of Marvel Legends, mixing and matching parts and creating your own Super Skrull is actually right up the alley of doing this. So have at thee, right? So, let's compare some other stuff. So here we are with a classic Hercules. So here we are, Herc. Then we'll use Cyclops for a smaller body comparison, right? So there you have that. Let's remove all of these guys. Oh, in case you want to use it square up against a woman's body type, here we are with my Kit Bash Black Widow using the Shriek body. Here's Kedak again from Action Force. Then let's pop back in Cap and pop his head back on, because Cap is definitely on the super soldier body. So here we are with Cap as well too. So I really like the fact that you can mix and match and have a good time like doing this with the Skrull Infiltrators. Then we have stuff like Firefly again with his proper head this time, who's a little smaller, but it works out. His goggles all falling. Then we have, Mythic Legions. And then we have my super small boy, Kamen Rider Kuga, who is going to be smaller because he's an SHF. Sorry, I was doing some kick effect with him the other day. And yeah, here you have it. That pretty much sums it up. So again, shout out to Jodo. Shout out to everybody watching. I've been doing a lot more Marvel Legends lately. It's a little easier on me because I don't have to like pack things up. I can just ziplock these bags and put them back up in a way. So it's really cool. It's been fun to like refresh and do something different. So thank you guys for watching, for real. I appreciate it. It's been a nice motivator. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are doing well. Please be good out there in the world, both to yourself and to others. And if you aren't, it's never too late to change. Not for everybody. Some people still have a chance. So please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.